My name is Sue Greenwald. I'm with the Empowered Light Holistic Expo. I'm here today with John Mendez, also called Smarty. Hey, Smarty, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing, young lady?
Good. I'm wondering if we have a lag time on this video. It looks like,
Maybe. You know how we always get interfered with.
yeah, yep, definitely. So the title of this video is called Project Earth Update A to Z. So what I wanted to do was really talk about kind of the brief history of Earth and where we are and how you fit in, and introduce people to you that might not know who you are and what you're doing for them behind the scenes, and maybe how they can help. All right. So I'm just going to ask a bunch of questions. I'll cut in. I'll probably be a pain in the butt, but anything goes. So anything that you feel that you can disclose without compromising anything that's going on is perfect. All right.
Okay,
So,
no problem.
so John Mendez / Smarty, how are you? And can you tell us a little bit about your background and who you are?
Well, first, my name is John Smarty Mendez. I grew up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and some people call it Amish country because they haven't really visited the city, so they think we're just Amish around here. So, but that's where I'm from. I grew up like everybody else. Went to school and I found out shortly after going to school and different type of events happening in my life that there was something more to me than meets the eyes. So while I'm in school, I'm being tested for my IQ because I had a learning disability. Um, can't read or write. I wouldn't say can't. I just refuse to. Period. So while I wasn't wanting to read and write, they wound up putting me in a special education program. When I went to this when I went to this program, that's when they started doing the testing on my abilities, my IQ, and that's when they found out, holy moly, this dude is through the roof. Lancaster County School District has the records since I was a young kid. My IQ was over 250 in the creative, whatever you want to call it. It's all documented. People can go check it out. I don't hide nothing, and it's all true. Everything that I say is true. So anyway, that's a little bit of my background as far as why I'm so intelligent, right? um, Afterwards, I went to school like everybody else. I found out that I didn't fit in, and then I'm like, what's going on here? Why don't I fit in this school system? Um, Shortly after that, I just started doing whatever I wanted to do in school. Period. So when they would put me in special education programs, I would just do what I want, and then they labeled me as a learning disability. Right? I didn't have a learning disability. My learning disability is a-okay if you ask me. I mean, that's why I can do what I do, right? Because I learned. I actually learned.
They didn't know how to test you properly, and you didn't fit into their little cube. You know, you were a round peg in a square hole, or vice versa. So,
Exactly. It's like now. It's like right now. Like the scientists right now, they don't know how to test my stuff. You understand?
yeah,
They
I do.
see it working.
I do.
They know it works, but they don't know how to test it. They don't know how to test it.
Yeah,
So it was like
yeah.
the same deal. Um, as I was growing up, I skipped grades. They even skipped me grades. I went to fifth to sixth to seventh grade within 2 months. Okay, 2 months. After that happened, I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go. I turned about what 16. My mom signed me out. I've been hitting the road, hitting the pavement, running ever since. I started doing research, and obviously I was in the streets with all my friends, family, cousins, everybody. While I was doing the street thing with everybody else, when I came home, I was doing the computer thing because I've always knew that there was something different about myself and about the world, right? Not to mention I've always been connected to a higher power, which is what we know as source, that I call daddy. Some people call it God. I just have a better understanding because of my intelligence level. Um, I just kept learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. 2012, I stumbled upon a scientist that was dealing with holographic technology, manipulating matter, generating frequencies. Started working with him, started paying attention to what he was saying, and a short time after that, I seen that things weren't right with this individual, so I moved on my own path. Once I moved on my own path, my connection with Source, God, Creator, Daddy, like I like to call it, more powerful because of the situations that happened while I was working with all these other scientists, these quantum physics, whatever you want to call it, frequency generators, whatever. Um, After all that, I just started making my own ideas, my own products, and they were just like spot on. They were working. My goal was always to heal people. I was never really interested in what the other individuals wanted. I wanted to heal people, right? I wanted to heal people. That's my goal.
How did you first hear or learn about frequencies, energies, and healing? Like, how did that first come into your life?
Well, I've always knew about frequencies and energy and
Mhm.
healing because I've always watched videos with Wilhelm Wright and the Wright machines and all these different characters that were making orgone energy. People like Tesla, I was always intrigued with people like Tesla. I mean, I'm still trying to turn on my light bulb, okay? I'm still trying to turn on my light bulb with my hand. and Source says, you have it, I'm just not going to activate it yet. And I'm like, that's no fun. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I've always knew about the stuff. I was always wanting to have free energy for everybody. None of this stuff made sense to me. How we have to, pay for electric bills, okay? Pay for water, pay for whatever the everything on this planet. Why are we paying for something that should be free? So I always was looking into free energy. I even learned how to make um, uh, uh, magnetic motors that would all you need is grease to keep that magnet rolling forever. You got free energy. We just have to set it up. Now, not only do we have to set it up, but we got to get rid of the laws that are stopping people from actually doing this. So
Right.
it's a whole mess that needs to be cleaned up. But knew I always knew there was something about energy frequencies. Like I said, the orgone pieces, you have an orgone piece and it changed the ions in your air. So I've always knew something was up. And then somebody sent me a video of the last person I was working with. And when I seen the video, I said, hold up, what's all this about? That's when I learned about how they worked. That's when I started getting intuitive information, and then it's just like the rest was history.
Right. Okay.
So,
So did you grow up with a religious background at all, Smarty?
yes, I did. My family is from Puerto Rico. And in Puerto Rico, they're real strict with Christianity, Jesus, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. I used to go to church with my grandmother as a young boy, around when I was being tested, and it just didn't click.
You did.
The magnets. I always refer to situations like the magnet effect. When there's something that resonates with you, you just bond, okay?
Right.
And if
Right.
it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't stick, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't stick. So the message was good and everything, but there was always something missing. You understand? You understand
I,
what I'm saying?
yeah. I used to go as a little kid, I'd go to church school and we'd learn about the Bible stories and all that. And that was all fine and dandy. But I knew it was off. I knew they weren't telling us the truth. Even as a little kid,
Right.
and I was like, screw this, I'm not spending my time here, which caused a little trouble at home. But I was lucky enough, my parents let me run with the line and do my own thing.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, I just couldn't listen to that stuff. I just knew it was wrong inherently.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm fully consciousness and aware of everything, right?
Yeah.
I look back at that time and I can actually see the people who around me that they were literally either possessed or there was a being sitting on top of them draining their energy. Now I used to see it when I was a kid. Now I know exactly what it was. So that's why I always say, you can call it God, you can call it what you want to, but at the end of the day, it's always been beings from different parts of the universe coming here, establishing what they wanted to create as a religion. And every time you would sit in these buildings and pray to them, you were
Right.
actually empowering them.
Exactly. And of course, we've got the
So
steeples, so we have the pyramid energy and all of that other stuff amplifying us, the sheeple's energy, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, speak. Well, not me.
Well, okay. So
no,
so let's
we're
talk
far
a
from sheeples.
go
no,
ahead.
I
Um,
was just saying we're far from sheeples.
yeah, yeah. Um, I wanted to kind of give a brief overview of Earth and the districts and all of that, but I think I'd like to talk about more who you are first. All right, so you started working with frequencies, and you've got your
Right.
intuitive abilities, which you had as a kid as well, and of course you have the intelligence, and you don't have time for wasting time on stupid stuff that you don't care about. Just so you start to learn about frequencies, and then you have some epiphanies and some realizations.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's exactly how it went down.
Yeah.
That's the short synopsis of it all.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, once I broke up with the company that I was working with, a lot of you guys already know. That's when I was literally getting more and more information from God, source, creator, right? And accidents were happening, right? And we all know that accidents don't happen, okay? I'm just using that word accidents. Do you understand? so
Coincidences. Coincidences.
right. So the first thing that I created was a green image, and the green image had all types of healing frequencies in it. Okay, I was doing like everybody else, printing them out and then using them. Okay, uh, once I printed out one day, I printed out a green image, and the image came out totally blue. Okay, everything changed. It was all blue. And I'm like, what in the world? I printed out another image. It was green. So I looked down. I said, okay, who's doing this? turns out it was Source. Okay, and he literally showed me a sign of my royalty, my royal color, which is royal blue.
Royal blue.
The image came out blue. I started giving it away, and people just started miraculously healing. It's all recorded on the Real Truth card. Wild stuff. And I'm getting goosebumps right now. I don't know if you can see it, but that's Daddy telling me, showing me stuff all the time. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
So we've skipped a couple steps. Do you call source, or what most people would say God, you call source daddy, and you have a deep relationship with daddy. You're talking all the time. How did you first
Yes.
realize who this was? Like, how did you kind of like, I know you just talked about the hologram being the wrong color, but how did you realize who it was?
Well, like I said, I've always been connected to a higher source, um, a higher. I used to say God too because I didn't understand. And even by being in the Bibles, I mean, being in the churches and reading some of the Bibles, I didn't read it all because I'm guilty of that. Okay, and there's a reason for it because I wasn't moved to. Um, but uh, um, in some of the Bibles, when they talk about how God destroyed this, destroyed that, turned
Yeah.
everybody into pillars, flooded the earth, that never resonated with me. Okay, and I didn't know what it was at first, but I would always get validations afterwards that I wouldn't do that. It would be clear just like that I wouldn't do that. That's not me. So it was always there. Okay, Daddy is always with all of us. I call it source. I call it daddy because I have a, like I said, I have a higher understanding, and there's more to the story, more to me than what people understand. But daddy's always been there. And it's just crazy. Like if I not if but when I tell people the actual truth on who I am and how it was possible, some of them shut down. Some of them are all for it. They're like, whoa, this is wild. This is wild. Because you have to understand that it's all energy. Okay. Everything is energy. And I just always had a connection with source. Okay. That's how we call him as a group, as my team, the angels. Everybody calls him source in the higher realms. They don't call him God, okay? They call him source. Or they call him daddy. So always had that connection with him, but in the last 5 years, it became stronger and stronger and stronger. And the messages are clear. I either get him talking to me or I get images, and it's just like it's very clear. So for those of you that want to connect with your father, your higher source, just pay attention and listen because he's always there. He's always going to be there. It's wild.
I think most of us do want a deeper connection, but there's a lot of distrust. And of course, we have a lot of channelers out there. Now, in the old days, there weren't a lot of channelers out there, and the ones that, were famous had great information, and we learned a lot from them. But nowadays, everyone channels, and I usually roll my eyes at it. Like, they half the time they don't even realize who or what they're channeling. And like the entity may start out benevolent and give them some help or some good ideas or whatever it might be, and then tell them something that's like, whoa, that's not a loving thought or whatever. And so they're
Right.
usually channeling a negative entity in disguise. And of course they've like fallen for a hook, line, and sinker. So let me be the devil's
Right.
advocate in this case and say, what Okay, I know, but like, let's just say I'm a new person. How do I know you're not channeling something that's, not of the light? Let's just say that.
Well, you don't. You don't. I mean, you take my word for it. You listen to what I'm saying. You you do the method that I teach you, and then source by your faith will validate.
Okay.
So there's really no way to fully unless you just vibe with me, period. Because right now I'm broadcasting love and light, okay, on this channel, on the Facebook Live, love and light, no matter where I go. So some people instantly know, okay. Some people, I don't even have to say anything. They'll just be like, "Oh, what's all that?" Because they'll see my energy field. They'll
Yeah.
see they look at my person and they're like, "The hell is that? What's this? Who is this guy? He looks like he should be in the streets, running around selling drugs. But look at that field. Wow." You
Yeah.
understand? So there's different ways to validate. I don't. I just give the information out and let the people decide. I don't force nothing down their throat. You don't want to. If you don't want to believe or know the truth, then don't ask me no questions because I'm
Right.
going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not.
Right. Well, I think that's the difference. Like, I was talking with somebody a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about cults. And a cult is where you must believe what the leader says. The leader's word is, the correct thing. You are not really allowed to have your own thoughts. You can't bring in your own opinions or question anything. And you're supposed to blindly follow that leader. And I've known you personally, but
Right,
and
right.
feel your energy, I feel your love, and I know the stuff you've gone through to help people. But regardless, you want, like, you might say something, but you want those that are listening to you to go out and research it for themselves and validate it for themselves, so they have the trust factor there. Is that correct?
That is absolutely
Yeah.
correct. At 100% correct. I mean,
Yeah.
I want y'all to go research. Okay, that's why there's been a few trolls saying that I'm lying about my IQ, okay? I'm lying about my IQ, right? So go to the Lancaster County School District and go look it up, because I got better things to do, okay? So I encourage everybody to do their own research, and then if they stumble upon something, I'll answer them straight up. That's how
Right,
it is.
right.
I don't hold nothing back. Everybody knows about my history. Everybody knows I was dealing drugs. I mean, Moses was a murderer, okay? Y'all understand that, right? Moses killed people. I never killed nobody. Not in this realm anyway. So,
Um,
you know, I'm literally, I mean, you see the Facebook lives all every day,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I empower everybody. I want people to be empowered, and I teach them how to do what I do and be effective.
right.
So if you see something wrong with that, then you're the one that got issues, not me.
Well, I'm just trying to bring that point out because that's, a lot of
I'm,
people that don't know you, they, I'll be honest, they're going to judge you by your appearance. And I'm just, so they're going to judge you before they know you or your message. And you've got a very profound
right.
message. And the message is one of hope. And we need that right now, which is why we're doing this.
Love, love. I
Love.
got I got the message. Okay, I got the message.
Yeah. Yeah.
It comes straight from source,
Yeah.
daddy. Okay, that's the message. Do you understand?
Yeah. So in the time that you started working with Daddy and the frequencies, you've just developed, and I've seen you develop more and more abilities, and you're still not at full strength yet. About what percentage of full strength would you say you're at?
Right now I'm at 98%. 98%.
Cool.
Once I reach my next destination and leave this transfer station, it's over. It's
Yeah.
over.
All
It's
right.
over. It's going to be real fun, and just like I'm doing now, I'm going to empower you guys. Whatever I learned that I'm able to share, I will share with everybody. You know, whatever it takes for humanity to evolve as a loving benevolent force that will be unstoppable. That's my mission. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was one of my questions. What is your mission? So that we're going to circle back a little bit. So I know you've used the J word before, and that usually makes me cringe a little bit because people have been very programmed. But can you kind of
Right.
tell why are you here now on Earth, and what are you here to do?
Okay. Well, since you brought up the J word, everybody's waiting for the everybody's waiting for this savior coming out of the skies. Some people have their own image of him. Um, but he goes by the name of Jesus, and he's coming back to save the planet and save the world and blah blah blah. Okay, that's all true. The only difference is I don't have blonde eyes. I mean, blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay, and I'm him. And the
Right.
way that I'm him, the way that is possible is because it's an energy transfer. Okay, source came in. You picked the person on the planet. You hit the wound as the baby was being formed. This is why it's called a light conception mixed with natural birth. I have all the abilities that my previous life had. I just haven't been fully activated. So my mission is to do the same thing he did: protect the children, save the world.
Yeah.
Last time I came, I told everybody. Last time I came, I told everybody who I was. I was the son of Source, the son of God, and they crucified me. Okay, this was 19,000 years ago. That's it. It was 19,000 years ago. With the help of the Essenes, which are still in Egypt, the help of the angels, I escaped off the tree, went to France with my wife and kids, and that that same bloodline is still here. But it doesn't matter what the bloodline; it's the energy behind it. That's what
Right.
people don't understand.
Right.
While
Right.
these cabal members, Illuminati members, Draco reptilians, all of them or watching this particular bloodline for the return of me, Daddy
Boom,
went this way.
boom.
Right, right.
So,
Boom,
so
here I am. So everybody got one more thing. Everybody got this belief on how I'm supposed to return, and then here I am.
well, I think Daddy snuck one in on us. Okay, so everybody's
Big
looking
time.
for a white guy, whatever, all buff.
That goosebumps.
I don't know why he's got to wear a robe. Nobody wears robes hardly anymore. And the problem is a lot of those of the light. All right, so I want to talk about the history of Earth a little bit, but those
Right.
of the light have been coming through to Earth lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And of course, they always are the ones that get killed and tortured and all that horrible stuff. So I think what
That's
happened
true.
is you were flying under the radar. So nobody's going to think, you were in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, looking like you do. And so you kind of flew in there. And there's still a lot of, like, call them the bad guys that still don't believe it, or the good guys even, right? They're still
Well,
not.
I mean, the bad guys that don't believe it,
Yeah.
they're having the worst time with it all. Okay, because these guys are literally trying to kill me. Tried. The negative forces, the negative ETs, the negative energies tried, and they're finding out the hard way that that's a no-no. Okay, this is what this my mission here on Earth is to eradicate evil, to raise the vibration, to teach everybody how to be like me. And I'm already done. My next mission is to go home to Destiny, where we open up the portals, have all the advanced technology come in from all my ships, because what they don't understand is there's a lot more of information behind the Jesus concept, the Jesus thing. Okay. First of all, it's a supreme commander that came down. It's the Son of God that came down, Son of Source. Okay. And what they don't understand is that I have an army on the other side of this dome. Okay. Not only do I have the army, but they're here. They're present. Some can see them, some can't. This is why no harm will come to me, because we can move in and out of dimensions. This is beyond what anybody's ever saw, ever believed. And you watch Star Trek, you watched all these advanced movies where aliens and different beings. Well, we're about to witness all that, okay? Because it's very real. It's very
Yeah.
real. So this whole little thing we call Earth in our district is about to be cracked wide open. It's already happening.
All
So
right.
people have to understand that this is beyond your little puny brain belief system. It's about to get cracked open.
Well, we've been taught so many things from day one, and so that's why people have such a hard time accepting, that what we talk about is even out there. Like even those that believe in astrology are crazy, right? And look at now, way back when I learned Reiki 20 or 30 years ago, that was a big deal. Nowadays, everybody knows what Reiki is. You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
just the very
Yep.
teeny tip of the iceberg, you know? So can you tell us a little bit, a very brief overview of what's happened here on Earth? And we're going to talk like about us and our situation now, and then we can expand from there.
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to say that this is the last cycle.
Yeah, baby.
That means is what that means is this there will be no destroying of this civilization. There will be no floods. There will be no meteor hitting us.
Oop.
But at the end of the day, this is the last cycle. We evolve from here. So what's been happening on this planet is you have a draconian system going on, draconian archon, fallen angel, and attacking because we are very powerful. They don't want us to know how powerful we are. Okay, and that's too late. I'm seeing, okay, I don't know if it broke up. Anyway,
Yeah, you've been
um,
putting it out a lot
not
lately.
only that, not only that, but there is also an AI system that was created by the Dracos that are literally manipulating everything around us, time, space, everything. Um, they just been messing everything up. They just been messing everything up.
Okay.
All of this has been designed by them, and we're changing it all
Yeah.
using source energy.
About half of what you said just got lost, and the video quality went like right down the tubes. But what I wanted you to say is to talk about.
That's because I was just talk. That's because I was just talking about them. Okay,
I
do
know,
you understand? Do
I
you
do.
see?
Yeah. So talk about, again, let's talk about districts and, of course, our control system, but tell the audience who the Draco are and, maybe a little bit about what they're doing in the control and what they're doing globally or out there a little bit more.
Well, the Dracos are an ET, an extraterrestrial race that been wreaking havoc throughout this part of the galaxy. Um, they literally been going planet to planet and conquering and enslaving everybody. And their main food supply is the children, is our children's adrenochrome. Okay, um, they are multi-dimensional, and when they come in and out of dimensions, they have to feed. So when they come into our dimension, that's when the whole children sacrifice stuff takes place. Because when they come into this dimension, they have to feed, and their life sustaining supplement is adrenochrome. So
Okay. So why don't they use
yeah, it's
technology
wow.
instead? Like, why can't they just use a machine to beam in out of the dimensions?
Well, that's what they do. That's how they create the portals and the tunnels. And I mean, we're constantly cleaning things up down in the underground bases. So we're the thing about us is that they have to rely on their technology. We don't.
All right.
We're connected with source. I can literally sit here talking to you and leave and just take some shit out and come back.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I know what I'm doing. That's what I do nonstop. But the the right. The good news is that they are being taken out. They are being dealt with. A lot of them left trying to leave, and they were pulled back because you have to answer for what you've done.
I get it.
Um, a lot of them also went straight to source, back to source, like a recycling bin.
Right.
Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. You gotta
So,
have your mind open when you're talking to me.
so, so you talked about the last cycle. So what that means is that we're not required, if you will, to reincarnate here on Earth. So the babies that are coming
Right.
in, tell us about that.
Well, the last cycle is there is no more reincarnation. Babies that are coming in are here permanently. Even those of us that are still alive are here permanently. Those that are perishing were meant to perish. So don't be hard on yourself, or don't be too stressed out about it, because that was meant to happen. Now, the cool thing about it all is that when the time is right and my abilities are increased, we will be able to bring people back.
It is
You
cool.
understand?
Yeah.
Not only will we be able to bring people back. See, the stories in the biblical books are true. They just missing some stuff.
Yeah.
Not only will we be able to bring people back, but we will also be able to reatomize arms, limbs, babies that are tortured, deformed. We'll be able to reform them. I mean, we got so much cool things to do still. It's going to be unbelievable for some.
Right.
And we're in the front line. We're in the front line. People in my group, in the Holotech group, family members in the group, we're all in the front line. Okay, everybody's in the group. They're not there by accident. Okay, do you
Yeah.
understand?
I'm pretty excited about that actually, and I want to talk about that more a little later. I want you to talk about, okay, I'm just gonna say it, like the dome above where we lived. Like, tell us about that and who put it there and why.
Okay, yeah. There's a well, there was a glass dome over our district. And when I say district, here's this is what Earth looks like. Okay, it's not flat. It's very round. And then you have this dot here, which is our district. And there's 24 other districts. That means there's 24 other districts on our planet, and we're only in one district. Okay,
Are they
the
all under
dome.
glass domes?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay,
The dome that was over this district, it had to be well, I literally burnt a hole through the dome, and the dome had um, triggers. You had to literally know what you're doing in order to get through the dome. Because if you went through the dome, many people tried to get through the dome and wasn't successful because they either got killed or they got shut down or they got stuck within the field. Okay. And there was also, if you was to get through the dome, there would be triggers in place that were literally designed to blow up our planet. Okay, blow up this. I wouldn't say the planet, maybe just this section.
okay.
This section is a reptilian, Draco reptilian stronghold. This is what this was here.
All right.
What happened was, yeah, what happened was, I used my abilities and my frequencies, and I burnt a hole through the glass dome, neutralizing layer after layer after layer until I was successfully through. Once I went through, that's when the angels and the galactics came in, and now you're seeing the changes that you're seeing now.
Right. So
Wow stuff.
if you didn't do that, like, okay, so nobody knows about the dome. Okay, I know we've got the
A
flat
lot
Earth
a
theory,
lot
but
of people a lot of people do know about the dome. They just don't know the full thing about it. The reason why there's a flat Earth theory is because you got an Earth that's this big. We're in this little part, and when they do the measurements, it appears flat because they don't know how big it is.
yeah,
You understand?
they don't have the full mathematical equation. Right. Okay.
Exactly.
So the Draco
Exactly.
put the dome over us, and so we're like an experiment or a project here.
No, 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 no. The ancient Martians from
The Mars.
Mars made the dome. Yeah, they made the dome. Um, they made the dome. Uh, I believe it was to just protect this area, and because the ship, the big giant ship that's in Antarctica
Yeah.
was landed there two billion years ago.
Okay.
So the Martians are the ones that put the dome here, and then you have all these other groups that came in and tried to, not tried to, but wanted to, take over this little area, and they did, which is why you got so many different gods,
Yeah.
and they're even fighting each other.
Yeah.
But now that the dome was open, throughout 2 years back, I was layer after layer removing the dome. Now the dome is completely gone,
Yeah.
and I'm also teaching people how to verify what I'm saying using their abilities, the remote viewing, pendulums, different ways. There's always different ways to verify what I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
A lot of the stuff that I'm saying uh, is also by blind faith until it's proven, and it will be proven. Do you understand?
I do.
so
Yeah.
so I'm going to talk crap all the way until it's done
Yeah.
because I know I'm involved in it. I'm the one doing it.
Well, about 2 or 3 winters ago, my family and I went to New York City, and we went up in this Central Park. They've got these giant rocks that stick out, and I'm
Okay.
really excited to climb the rocks. And I get on the rock, and I'm like, that's not a rock, and the impulse that it's not a rock. So I talked with my daughter, who confirmed that it's a crashed spaceship, and it's giant. and it's still operational.
Yes.
Isn't it cool?
Right. Right.
Nobody knows except,
Yep.
us guys.
Well, yeah, I confirmed that also. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely true. There's
And
many crafts around the world.
tons, yeah. So they're out there, there's different entities, and not all are good. So the Dracos are, let's call them the chief bad guys here, right? And so you talked about really your helpers. So here on Earth, you've got Earth helpers, like you've got the fairies, and that realm and all of that. And then you've got the angelics that are coming in, and then you have benevolent extraterrestrials, right? So all of
Right.
that is real.
It's very real.
Mercury,
Not only,
yeah.
yeah, not only are they real, but Daddy Source also put a team of us together, which are human. All of us are original human, not no cross genes, not no none of that. He put us all together, and we are also working behind the scenes, constantly, all day, every day.
Right.
And also, I was told that there's more of us all around the world about 6, 7 months ago. Okay, and now if you look in the Holotech chat group, there's people all around the world in there tagging and bagging with us. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it is what it is. We are all very real. The energies transfers are real. The healings that I do are real. Everything's real. I understand that a lot of the things that I'm saying are far out there, but it's going to be validated.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of questions. So how about animals? Like, let's call them like the whales and the dolphins. Are they like cosmic? Are they here to bring energy here to Earth and all that? Record keepers, like we've heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. If it wasn't for the whales, none of us would be here. Which
Okay.
is why
Explain.
we're always, well, they're the ones that seeded life on this planet. And if they didn't exist, neither would we. Um, that's what Daddy tells me. I didn't even get the whole scoop on it all. With me, I just get straight to the point. I say, Daddy, what's this about? He'll tell me certain things. That's it. I don't need to know no more. As
All
long
right.
as it ain't bad, as long as it ain't bad, it's cool. As soon as it comes across my table and Daddy says, yeah, that's bad, go ahead, and I'll be like, what? And take it out.
Well, what I heard is that the whales have portals underneath the ocean, and they go in and out of portals to different planets or whatever, and they come back and forth, and that they're vital for Earth, and that's why wiping them out is so bad. It's bad anyways, but you'd agree with that?
That is true. Yeah, that's true. The good thing about me and my abilities that I have the abilities to multiply them also. Okay, and that's what I'm constantly doing,
Ooh,
healing them,
yeah.
multiplying them. I do all types of shit that people think is crazy. People think is like this is impossible. Okay, well the last time I checked with Source, anything's possible, and I'm proving it.
Okay, I love
You can
that.
take that back.
All right. Well, I like that, what I like about you is that you use something, and then of course through the group too, we can learn to use that frequency in a very creative, positive way. So
Right,
those who are working with you, your team basically, as well as the extraterrestrials, the angelics and all of that, they're here to help humanity and Earth. And most people here on Earth don't even realize it. They don't even really know that they're real, that they're here or anything, right?
right. But
Right.
that you're absolutely correct. And that's why I come out and the way that I did. Okay, on my Facebook group, I go live and I just talk crap all day long. But the good thing about it is that I help wake the people up in our downtime.
Right. Right.
Even the ones that were fully asleep, they're being woken up by the media. You know, last night, just last night, Daddy told me, yeah, just last night, Daddy told me to reinforce pushing out the Pizzagate information.
Yep.
So, boom, we pushed the energies behind that so that it will come out more. And you know it's going. You know how you don't know this is real when the Pizzagate stuff resurfaces. Okay, just like everything else, because the man upstairs, source, whatever you want to call it, is literally telling me what to do. And since I work for the man upstairs, I
Yep.
put my energies to what Daddy wants. Daddy wants to happen.
Right. Okay.
That's it.
All right. So to summarize, you are here to help us break free of the control that we've had, and we don't even realize who's controlling us. Right. So
Right.
basically, the
Right.
Draco have been controlling us because we're their food and energy source, and they've enlisted the help of, we'll call them the corrupt global elite, the cabal. Correct?
Well, that's because they're all half breeds. A
Yeah.
lot of them are the Dracos themselves, disguised as humans. Because remember, they have advanced technology that helps them change their appearance.
Right.
Okay. There's also videos on Facebook, on YouTube, where
Yep.
you can see in the military wars, in some of the wars, you can see the individual soldier running to the ship, running to the tank. Everybody has these abilities, not abilities, but machine technology. So they've literally had advanced technology to disguise themselves while controlling us.
Right.
And,
Right.
it, and it's not just the Dracos. It's not just the Dracos. It's
Right.
reptilians, vampires, Anunnakis, fallen angels, all types of crap. All types of crap.
Right.
And what we're doing is we're getting rid of those that don't want to play by sources rules, which is love and light, healing,
Freedom.
love,
Freedom. Yeah.
freedom,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. Those that go against source directives, I have full authority to extinguish them. Those that choose to turn to the light, they get to stay, and I can't do shit about it because the man upstairs is protecting them. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do. So basically,
Wild
it's
stuff.
fair to say that we are in the biggest war ever for our planet, and most people don't even realize it. Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's very true. Very, very true. And it's gonna come out eventually, and people are gonna look back at me saying, "Wow, you was right the whole time." Not to mention, I'm the king of this universe.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I talk the way I talk. Okay, I
Well,
have full authority and full clearance. Do you understand what that means?
yes. That's why we're talking. So basically, the news is fake, but the war is real. And what our goal, or my goal is to get information out to people. In my opinion, it's easier to handle what's coming because I think it's going to be a landslide of information. I think I'm the kind of person, I want to know about things, and maybe I don't want to dig right down to every single detail, but I want to know what's happening and why. And then I want the choice to make my own decision from there. I want freedom. I don't want people telling me what to do or controlling or manipulating me, which is what we've been through. And that's really amplified in the past, like whatever, 50 years or whatever, with technology, TV, movies, and all that. Technology has been their friend, not ours, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. See, now while they're doing all this stuff, they've been literally taking our free will and throwing it in the trash.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and this is why it's the, the force that's attacking them right now
yeah,
is because of that. They've been violating our free will forever with their little word games, okay? With their little word games. Even
yeah,
the court system, everything. Their word games have been violating our free will. And now they're all finished. I don't care who, what group, none of that. All of this, all of these groups down here, whether you got good and bad, it's still a draconian system, okay?
right,
All
right,
of it.
right,
We're going straight back to daddy's free will, do no harm, love and light, service to humanity. If you're not going by those rules, then you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a nice visitation,
Right,
and
right,
it's gonna
right.
be ugly.
So do you want to talk about some specific things that are going on here at Earth? Like, have we finished like the history of what's happening yet? Is there anything else we need to add other than you are the king of the universe? So we have not only the Earth,
That's
but we have,
wild.
I know, the galaxy and then the universe. So it's pretty big and we can't conceptualize that. And of course, we know there's a jillion planets out there and all that. There's a lot of drama going on. And I worry about,
Right,
actually, I do worry about those on other planets, of course, because heaven forbid I worry about
right,
myself. But I feel like we need to focus on our freedom and we need to kick the shit out of these guys, get them out of here, teach our people what to do so that they don't forget and they don't fall for this again in the future. And then, of course, you and your team will be expanding out into the universe. Is that a fair assumption?
exactly.
Yeah.
That is 1,000% correct. Once we're done here, and let me when we do our work, it's not just Earth. It's it's it's
Right.
it's Earth, galaxy, universe wide. When
Right.
we do our work, I mean literally, I can be here and be at the far ends of the universe, take care of some stuff, and be right back here faster than you can blink. So
Faster
it's
than you
not
can
just
see on the
Earth.
wall.
That's why. Yeah, that's why Daddy calls it Smarty Speed. I mean, I'm trying to tell you guys, this is very wild. Sometimes I'll be like, did I just do that? And the team says, yes. And Daddy says, what? You thought I was joking? That's why I say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's wild, man. I'm still trying to process a lot of this stuff myself, and I'm very intelligent. So me trying to figure out Daddy is almost next to impossible.
Yeah.
So for somebody to try to figure me out, it's like, don't even try. Just do what I'm telling you to do. Watch Daddy validate, and watch all this stuff manifest. We are cleaning this planet up. This is the last cycle, right? This is the very last cycle, and we don't have to worry about nothing else after this. Once we're done with Earth, then we get to expand. Then all of the bracelets will be activated for your teleportation. I mean, for your opening portals to different parts of the universe, different planets. We are about to go interstellar. Do you understand? There's going to be a celestial ceremony, and all the beings, the benevolent ones throughout the universe, are going to come. We're going to celebrate. And word is, a little birdie says that I will be crowned that day. So let's see what happens. Okay?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Well, what I thought we could do is maybe talk about some of the current topics that, like maybe some of the behind the scenes stuff of what you're doing, specifically you and your group are doing, as much as you want to say. And we'll talk about those so people really understand what's happening now. And then the last part I wanted to talk about is what what we're going to, once we're through this, crisis, if you will. And I think our society is going to shift around a little bit. Things are going to look differently, but how is it going to affect the people and what's going to happen for them? I want it to be a message of hope because a lot of people are depressed, and of course, they're watching the TV and what's going on out there, and it's a lot of fighting, a lot of hate, a lot of polarity. I want to bring them a message of hope, like, it's not what you've been told. Open your eyes and then be free. And the rewards are on the other side. I think that's the theme of my
Yeah.
life.
Well, that's exactly what's happening. I mean,
Yeah.
you just pretty much nailed it. You nailed it. That's what's happening. Just this afternoon, also we reinforce the truth getting out of everything. Now,
Yeah.
when you hit the beings of the planet, everybody, all the humans mainly, when you hit them with consciousness to raise their vibrations to see the truth, then a lot of it starts changing. So there's there's plenty of hope, plenty of love. The things that are happening all around the world, No matter how you look at it, it's meant to happen anyway. So I don't focus on changing things that daddy wants to happen anyway. I focus on the things that daddy wants me to focus on so that the entire reality changes to where we all want, which is free everything, abundance, love, peace, compassion. And there's enough love on this planet right now that will eventually encase everybody, everything. We're just weeding out the people that need to be weeded out so that we can move to higher dimensions, higher realities. And it's happening. It's happening. If the people don't see it happening, there's something wrong with them. And there is something wrong with them because they don't see it happening. But that's where we come in as a group to put that love and light blanket on them.
Well, I say, yeah, 50% of them don't really, they know maybe the virus numbers don't add up and they're all grumbly and upset and they're worried about their money and all that, but they don't get the bigger picture. And that's why I thought, well, we'll do this video and let people know that there's multiple layers to what's happening right now. It's actually a very clever, ingenious, perfect plan. It's not going at my speed or your speed, but I think once we're all through it, it's going to be amazing. There'll still be work for us to do, of course. I'm always worried about being bored on the side, so I want to make sure I have stuff to do, you know. Yeah.
Well, for the last 3 months, I was bored. Okay, I was very bored, not doing nothing, just making holograms and putting them out and talking to people and blah 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 blah. And I'm sitting here in my basement in the galactic headquarters in my basement, right? I'm sitting here like, Daddy, I'm so bored. Can you hurry things up? Come on, man. Next thing you know, the coronavirus comes out, right? It's been out for a couple months, but then it's just like, boom, all over the place. Then Daddy says, you remember those images I was showing you on being on TV and on YouTube and all this stuff and recording? I says, yeah. He says, all right, now it's time. So then he has me coming on Facebook Live, just talking crap, telling everybody, all the Illuminati and all these different groups, no asses is done, right? A lot of them have already been assassinated and replaced. Don't believe what you hear about some people still being alive and some people blah blah blah. It's all BS.
Yeah.
They're all done. Then he has me. He wakes me. Then he wakes me up and says, "Hey, get up, young man. Make a coronavirus cure hologram." I says, "Right now, man." so I'm forced to wake up. I pull out an image because all I have to do is just pull out an image anywhere. I pull out an image, circle it, generate the frequency, put it on there, and put it out there. And it's been curing people left and right. Not only have my images been curing the people, but those individuals that are in the hospital with the coronavirus, I got private messages, and we, boom, push the coronavirus right out of them. And there's proof of it. I take screenshots and put it all over y'all seen it, you seen it. So
yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm not bored no more. I'm not bored no more. That's all I gotta say.
You know, I see, like, I love when I meet somebody, they say, well, I get my news from a reliable source, and they'll say CNBC or whatever, and I look at them, I'm like, no! So let's talk about, like, things like the fake news and their agenda. Like, let's just talk about kind of what's going on there, and how can people get true information?
Well, the fake news is just that, fake. I mean, you have to understand when you're talking about the news and the fake news, they're also run by a malevolent force, reptilian, vampires, whatever the case is. They understand that we manifest our reality, okay? So while the sheeple, right, while they're asleep watching the news, what they don't understand is that they're helping create what they're watching.
Right.
You understand? So they know this. that's the reason for us putting a truth serum around all of the news medias and all that, so that they can begin to slip up and tell the truth.
Right,
And it's
right.
happening.
And
It's
there's been
happening.
tons of videos showing the newscasters like they're having glitches with their Draco, cover in their meat suit or whatever
Shape
you want to
shifting,
call
all
it.
that. Right, right.
Yeah, their eyes
Yeah,
are
yeah.
all wacky, and then there's people that actually analyze a lot of this, and they'll say, well, their ears weren't attached firmly or whatever, and it's very interesting. And I don't see why more people aren't aware of that. But I gotta say, putting that the negativity and the whatever into your energetic field. I have Netflix and I haven't watched it for months and months and months. So I turn it on, and it's got like this viewing system. Every single movie is torture, killing, vampires, witchcraft, or there's even cannibalism. Like the pictures, and it's like horror movies. Like it's all they make anymore. And of course, they're putting
Right.
that into our energetic field, and then we're creating that with our energy. So it's ingenious. They're
Exactly.
whispering the words of dark into our ears, and we don't even realize it. Yeah.
That's absolutely correct. You're 1,000% correct again. Now, cool thing about us is that just one of us can overpower all that crap. So I'm already doing it. Now, the way we attack that is that we literally take all the TVs worldwide, we tag them, and then we put an energetic field around the TVs. That way, no matter what the people are seeing, doesn't affect their subconscious.
Oh yeah, I
Wow
love.
stuff.
Yeah. So
Daddy's giving me all the answers. That's all I gotta say.
all right. Well, I love it because especially when you have the group to support you, you're doing it such a like a huge thing for people that they don't understand. And hopefully, it might take a generation or two until they realize what energy, what their thoughts, what their feelings are doing, and that they're the creators. But
Right?
they have to wake up first. So we've got
Yep.
the
Yep.
crisis going on now, and we know that there's multiple layers to the virus itself. Like there's the virus that the let's call it the average person could catch, which is no big deal, unless you're already compromised in some way. All right, and then there's the virus that is lethal, and that has been used as a bioweapon, and that's been proven already, right? And
Right.
but we're all in this lockdown, and we're all upset. We're losing money. Our businesses are closing, blah, 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 blah. And people don't understand why they have to stay home. And what I usually tell people is that there's multiple reasons. Like, really, it is for our safety. We are supposed to keep out of the way while, let's call it the good guys round up the bad guys, right? We're supposed to be at home so the bad guys can be rounded up, and we're not in the middle. We're not collateral damage, that there's no false flag events. And they've been cleaning out the tunnels and the deep underground military bases, which some people may not know about. So can you talk about that a little bit and like explain what they are and what's been happening, and just say at the surface level? We don't need to know every single detail.
Well, yeah, there is multiple reasons for us being quarantined. Um, it all started with the cabal wanting to control everybody and kill everybody, straight up. That's it. They wanted to control everybody and they wanted to infect everybody so that they could start their mark of the beast agenda, right? With the vaccines and the wristbands that you've been vaccinated and all that. And then all those that didn't want to play ball with them, they would just kill them off.
Yeah.
Just that's what they wanted to do. So you got that going on, which they attempted, right? You got that going on. Plus, we already about it. We already got wind of it. So we're working on multiple levels, taking care of this stuff. Energetically, physically, we're all taking care of it. The once the virus was released from Japan, Everybody thinks it was released from China. It was not. It was taken to Japan. It was opened in Japan, and they brought it in from Japan. Okay, the carriers, the different people. You got these individuals walking around, coming in from Japan, purposely infecting everybody. That's where it came from. Okay. Um, while that's happening, then you got the military fully aware of all this because you got the NSA following everybody. Everybody's being followed. They know who we all are. And I don't hide because everybody needs to know who I am. Because I'm not taking no shit. Excuse my French. Anyway, we there's multiple reasons for it. It's not only is it to keep people out of the way while the good guys and bad guys fight, but it's also to bring people, family closest to each other.
Yep.
There's so many family videos happening right now, and
Right.
people are spending time with each other, loved ones and kids. The kids are at home. I told my daughter, I said, Genesis, do you remember when you kept talking about being homeschooled? She's like, yeah. I said, well, do you realize you manifested that?
Yeah.
See, it's manifesting. It's not as manifesting the way that she thought it would, or even the way I thought it would. Because I thought we would be in the other side of this whole thing, and I'd be doing other things.
Yeah.
But Daddy threw us a curveball, so
Yep.
we're changing it all. We're not also Trump and the good guys, whatever you want to call them, are putting people like Fauci and all these other individuals front and center so that the people could see for themselves how corrupt these individuals really are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got a bunch of stuff going on. Then not only that, he's also put the governors out front and center so that you can see who's doing
Right.
what.
Right.
And it's happening. It's happening. There's a lot of things going on that's going to change everything. I don't see things getting back to normal. If I had it completely, entirely my way, we would have already brought the ships in. We would have already did our currency exchanges. Mind you, the United States Treasury notes have been established worldwide. So we have our new Treasury notes.
Right.
Now we're just waiting for the announcements about it. Like I said, if I was totally in charge, it would already happen. But the man upstairs is all we're waiting for.
There's a bigger plan.
I don't see things getting back to normal. Right. I'm just doing what I'm told, and I'm stuck in the transfer station.
So let's talk about, there was a plan basically to bring in an alien invasion, basically to fake an alien invasion, to bring in, spaceships that were holograms or holographic, whatever you want to call it. Everybody freaks out.
Several times.
Yeah. And then what happens is they go to the government for protection. Oh, save us. We'll do anything if you'll save us, right? And that's been nullified. Is that correct?
Yeah, all of this has been null and void. We've had different groups pop up all across the United States and all across the borders, all across the deserts.
Yeah.
I mean, we even had off planet. China had a bunch of different ships surrounding the U.S. Alien ships, okay? They had all types of different things, and I took them all out. Every single one of these alien events, they literally were planning them, and we took them all out. Source, Daddy, God, whatever y'all call it, always tells us in advance what to take care of next. For instance, I was coming on here to do this interview with you, and people were lining up to attack. And Daddy told me all about it, and I took them all out.
Thank you.
Listen, I do what I'm told. That's it.
Yeah. So
And for those of you, hold on. For those of you on the live, you can confirm what I just said. A lot of different individuals were ready to attack us in this interview.
Yeah. And that's why we're having video. You are having video problems. It's pixelated. We've got a lag time. It's not coming out clearly, but we're going to go with it anyways because it's still getting the energy out there, and whatever.
Yeah,
You know.
it's all good. No
Yeah.
worries. It's all good.
So let's just say we get through this crisis, and in your crew that the spaceships are going to land, and we're going to have disclosure, which I'm not sure how that's going to look. How will we know the good guys from the bad guys?
Well, we already won. Okay, we already won. All the good guys are going to be the ones that land, are going to be the ones coming, and the reason why is because we, myself and my crew, are very benevolent, and we took out all the ones that would have came to invade.
Okay.
There is a couple of CIA operatives that are appearing in their spacecrafts and using holograms to make their spacecrafts look a lot bigger.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they are finished. They're finished. When Daddy allows me to fully demonstrate my abilities and who I am, it's over. There won't be no questions no more. Not only that, I'm teaching everybody how to defend themselves if they had to. Love and light, love period, is the strongest force in the universe. Now, if you use that love energy, you hit a being that doesn't fit in with us, poof, that's it. So if you feel like this beings or these beings aren't of the light, just wrap them up with love and light blanket. Once you do that, I mean, there's nothing else they can do. It's going to be over.
Right.
not
Right.
to mention, we ain't going to let it happen. So
Well, I definitely love the fact that you're protecting us, if you will, and I like the fact that you said love is the highest power. So how do you fight the dark? It's always with the light. So wrapping like a negative entity in a love blanket, it's kind of like it's either they're going to absorb and go to the light, or they're going to go like ew and go away, die or whatever.
that's
And
the same.
yeah,
That's the same. It goes back to the magnet.
yeah,
Okay. If something appears in front of you, and you use your love and light energies to broadcast your love towards it,
yeah,
if that thing is of the dark, that thing will disappear. Okay. Because it just can't handle it. If it don't disappear, then just be like, hey, daddy or source or smarty, can you come over here real quick? I'll be there like that.
yeah.
It's over.
I've had a lot of unusual instances, and a lot of times I'm like shocked. You know, you're like, oh, and I'll call in the angels quick. It's like I need help now. You know, and I taught my kids to do that too, and it definitely works.
Right.
All right. So
Yeah.
so good. I'm sorry.
Right. Sorry. No, you're
So
absolutely right. I mean, I teach everybody how to transfer energy. Period.
right.
Once you got it, I put everybody on in the group on the fast track. But once you fully understand the concept of how it's possible and how it works, and you'll be able to say done fast. Like me. When I when I when I say done, there's a whole lot of things behind it, but I'm so fast that I see it happening already.
Right.
You understand? So I want everybody to be on the same page. Our weakest link has to be as strong as me. You understand?
So you are here to empower the average individual with love and light to live a life of freedom, peace, and happiness.
And take no shit. Right.
All right. Well, I like that. So what's going to happen, like, once we're through the crisis? Like, kind of give me an overview of what you think is going to happen. I mean, I know, like, a lot of the small businesses and people are going to be reshuffling, but you'll be going down to your destined location, and like, you'll be getting your powers fully activated, if you will. And then you're going to bring healing technology to Earth and spread that around Earth for people. So you've said before that people will live basically as long as they want here on Earth, 1,000 years.
Right.
So
More.
talk
More.
talk about like, okay, so let's just say we're 75 years old, not in great health. What does that mean for me? And that's not me, by the way. But what does that mean for the average person? Like they want to be young again. They want to feel good again. So we're going to have this healing technology available for them. They can have a 30-year-old body again, and they can live that way for a
Exactly.
thousand years if they want. Is that true?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
Right?
that's very true. Now, we were designed to do that normally. Okay. The human race is very old. We are billions and billions of years old. The original, or should I say, the oldest ones, are on the in the Uranus counts, whatever, over that way. So we've been at this for a very long time, and
Yep.
even the Bible proves it. You got people living thousands and hundreds of
Right.
years, right?
Yep.
Okay, with
Yep.
the malevolent forces coming in and interfering with our food, interfering with our air, interfering with the technology, radiation, and all this crap, it dramatically, you know,
Reduces our life.
re-engineered our DNA.
And
Exactly,
and
exactly.
also
So
they've changed our physical bodies. Like I think where our appendix was, we used to have a, like, you know how a cow or whatever recycles their grass like into all the stomachs, and it's a way of that they digest and get the nutrients out of their food. I think we also had a like a loop back system that was taken out of us. And I'm not sure if
yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I
well
think.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is why there's hundreds of holograms on my website, because
Right,
it's literally restoring everybody.
right,
Um, it's restoring us. It's restoring us in a energetic and dimensional spiritual realm. Okay, we are already repaired. That's what my work is all about. We're already repaired. Now, when the time comes, you will begin to physically see the changes, because
right,
the energy shift will take place, um, and you'll go back to your natural blueprint perfection, meaning the way you were created, the way you were designed, the way you were supposed to be will manifest.
right,
Some will get the that actual manifestation from me, or some will go into the crystalline chambers that are on the ships.
right.
It all depends on how you want to do it. A lot of us will go my way of doing it, because it's easy and you don't have to go into no chamber, you don't have to go to no location. All you gotta do is give me a call, and the same way I transfer the frequencies now, boom, you're done. That's going to be wild in itself.
Yeah.
The reason why it's possible is because, if you notice, I've already got thousands of frequencies on my in the Facebook group
Right,
and on the Holotech chat website.
right,
Now, everything around us is energy and frequency, right? You
right.
already see the images and the frequencies there. When we have the full okay, then all the stuff that you've been taking in and consuming and drinking and updating your DNA with, that's how it's going to happen, because you've already prepared for it.
Right.
It's called ascension. I was literally born with the ascension codes, which is what people understand. That's why I talk shit, because I know. You understand? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, the way we are supposed to look, the way we are supposed to feel, is going to happen because of that, because we've already been preparing everybody for it.
Yeah.
We've already brought the concept out. I mean, we've been doing it for thousands and thousands of years. This is what the Bibles and all that stuff were about. But as you know, as well as everybody else, they've been altered so many times that people have to turn to their hearts to know the truth. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah, I do. I just sighed because the problem is we've got so much distraction in our life, which I think part of the crisis is here to undistract us, you know. But we've got so much distraction going on. We don't really we're we're in our mind and we're just rushing, trying to get it done, and there's no happiness left in
Right.
life, you know. We're just rushing, you know. So
yeah. And not only is everybody Russian, but because of what they were taught as a kid,
yeah,
they now believe that that's fact. They believe that you have to go to school, get a job, go to
yeah,
work, come home, deteriorate, and do it all over again the next day.
exactly.
Meaning you get old, right?
Yeah,
Now, when you look at a person's DNA and you understand that everything is frequencies, and you look at the aging factor, which is just telomeres. The same thing. Grape, the grape when the grape gets old, it wrinkles up, right?
right.
Well, what happens? It gets dried out. Now, if you stop your telomeres from drying out, then you never age again.
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
I look like I'm 35 since I was 34. I'm 42 right now. So
Yeah,
I've already been using my own stuff.
yeah.
Plus, daddy's there all the time.
And so basically, how long would you say it will take before we can hit the whole Earth population with like this? We'll call it. I don't know if it's healing, new body, whatever you want to call it. How long will it take us to do that? Like a year, 5 years, 10 years?
No, it's I've already seen images, and not only me, but the crew, all the
Hmm.
crew members, my human brothers and sisters, the crew. We've already seen literally lines and events where people would just come and listen to me, and just get healed.
Boom.
Boom. Kind of like a church scenario, but
Yeah.
without all the programming stuff going on.
Without the Kool-Aid.
Right. Not only that, you're going to witness people like Tupac and Michael Jackson performing at my events.
That's gonna be cool.
It's going
Yeah.
it's going to be wild.
Yeah.
People are going to come. They're gonna come to a free event and get healed. Okay, because a lot of us are going to do this stuff for free, the way it was supposed to be from the beginning.
Right.
Look at all the work that I've done for free. Okay, if the people think that I'm full of shit, or I'm dark, or I'm blah blah blah, y'all fools, because I'm gonna be here for a very long time, and you might as well get on board now, because somewhere down the road you're gonna have to stick your foot in your mouth for being an idiot. Straight up.
Right. Right.
We've already I've already generated all the frequencies that we need to live forever here on Earth. Everybody watching with pendulum could confirm that. I already have all the things that we need to
Right.
live forever,
Right.
forever. Daddy says, even the Bible says, when I come back, I will restore the company of heaven, kingdom of heaven, and we will live forever. That is true, and it's happening. Okay? Do you understand?
And so technology, like right now we use a gas powered vehicle, combustion engine to power everything we use. So we're reliable. We're relying on gas instead of free energy. And we
That's
know that,
only
yeah,
that's only Yeah, that's only until we become fully activated, where
yep,
we can just put our hands on whatever vehicle, no matter what it takes, and our consciousness will power the vehicle. So you can have an empty tank. Okay, you can have an empty tank. You put your hand on that, boom, car starts up, and you can go wherever you want. Matter of fact, the car don't even have to start up; just the wheels are gonna move.
cool. Yeah. So we'll
I
be
gotta get everybody thinking outside the box.
we're going to be able to travel like think about it, like in George Washington's day, for him to go from whatever Virginia to DC, which we can do in like 2 or 3 hours now. He'd have to do like that would be
Right?
like a week or something trip, and we're going to be able
Like
to
a month.
travel the planet in what, minutes, seconds. It's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody is on their own evolution path, whatever you want to call it. Some people may not want to go from place to place because they won't feel comfortable with it. Some people will want to do it all day long. It's going to be a smorgasbord of stuff. There's some clothes that I won't wear, or there's some clothes that you won't wear. Everybody has a choice, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have options, and all the options will be benevolent. There literally won't be nothing that will harm anybody. And since we will have the abilities to repair ourselves, we can be in a 100-mile car accident, get demolished and mangled up, and then reform again. Do you understand do you understand the concepts that I'm bringing to people? Because it's possible.
Ooh.
It's very possible. It's
I was
very
actually
possible.
more about like Star Trek. Beaming sounds like a lot more fun than a car to me. I don't like sitting around. I'd like to just be there, you know.
Well, that's another concept too that is also possible, and it's happening now. Okay, because there's ships going around different locations beaming the cabal members out. Okay, not to mention there's also, like myself, I can teleport into an area, do what I gotta do. If I gotta take one of them with me, I take them with me. If I gotta just break a leg or two, I'll break the leg and leave. That's what I do all day.
Well,
This
tell
is
those
wild
beaming
stuff.
guys to get cracking, because we want those bad guys out of here, you know. And so
This is why we already won, because it's already taking place. It just hasn't been told to the
public.
everybody yet.
Yeah.
I'm leaking everything that I can, and since I do have the highest authority there is, no one can do shit about it. Okay, not even the military, the NSA, CIA. They can all kiss my ass, and they know it. So it is what it is.
Well,
all the forces out in the universe, they can kiss my ass too.
well, and that may be true, but we really want to reinforce. I'd like to all be on the same team and get it done faster than having to fight them off too, you know.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I'm all for them getting their job done. But there are some of them that are still dabbling in the dark. And just this morning, we had to reinforce a couple of things. And I don't get too happy when I have to look at some of the so-called good guys and have to put heat on them. That shit ain't cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool at all.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, you guys are fighting these cabal members, but then you have your own agendas.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over. Yeah. You're gonna get away with what you're gonna get away with right now. But we know, we see all. And the man upstairs is telling me what to do. So that's why I talk the way I talk.
Okay.
Straight up.
Let's talk about something I want to hear your take on it. And that's clones. So I've had this discussion with many other people, and clones are real. And I want to know, like, if they have a soul or a consciousness, and are there different ways of making clones? Like, I think my answer is yes, that there's a lot of different ways to make them, and they don't have a soul. But I just want to confirm that with you.
Yeah. They clones are very, very real. We have a couple of galactic clones in place, which is why you see certain people's appearance look different, and you see them malfunctioning, like Sleepy Joe, and people like that, right? They're literally malfunctioning, and they were designed to. Okay, you got different people all around the world who have been beamed out, cloned, and put back to play out this charade, this game. I'm sick of it, but yeah, they are very real. They do what they do is they take the consciousness of the original being and shift the consciousness to the clone. That literally stops their soul essence from. It's a whole.
Yeah.
No, they don't have a soul.
They might have the memories of the original, but they don't have the soul, or the
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted.
Right.
I wanted to confirm that I have to talk about clones with everybody. But we know that there's
nowadays.
Yeah, certain people in key positions that are clones. There's also doubles. There's holograms being used. We've seen videos about all of these, and a lot
Right,
of them shapeshifters. So a lot of this is theater for the general population.
right.
And,
So
I,
it's yeah, it's it has to be played out so that they don't lose, so that they don't go crazy.
yeah,
They're going crazy right now because of the whole quarantine,
right, right.
which is understandable. I mean, it's against our rights and free will. But yeah, majority. This is why Q and everybody tells us to get popcorn, because those of us that are aware, we know what's happening. So
Right.
we sit here with our popcorn and enjoy the show.
You don't even
Um,
know how much popcorn I've eaten in the past couple of months. It's crazy.
I'm tired of popcorn, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your products real quickly. So for people that don't know, Smarty's website is Holotech, HOLOTECH.biz. And you can go get information. There's some videos about how to use some of the products and all of that there. If you go over to the right, there's a shop tab where there's products that you can purchase. But the good thing about it is that you can go on to the website for free and download some of the hollows and use them for free. So you have no risk other than either putting it on your phone or printing it out on a sheet of paper. All right. So these charms here. Now I'm going to take mine off. Like I use a lot of your products in my everyday life. It's kind of like part of how I live. So here's my
Right,
Super Smarty charm, which is a flower of life. Wait a minute, where's the camera? Okay. So I've had this
right,
about maybe 2 years, and this is a reloadable charm. So every time Smarty comes up with a new healing frequency, he just hits all the charms. Anyone that owns this gets an upgrade for free. All right. That's the
right.
beauty of this. This is a lazy person's way of getting the upgrades, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so what I do, I also put this, like I have coasters here that like this is the fat burner, okay? And I've got these
Right, right,
coasters, right? Pink, I don't even remember what each one does, to be honest. I've got pink, blue, purple, and then the fat burner. And I stack them like this, and I'll put my glass on it, and then I put my charm on it. So I've got like everything going into my beverage, right?
right, right.
All right. But and
That's
I've
funny.
got the stickers that we did. So these, you have your 5G protection stickers. They have EMF and cancer buster frequencies in them. So we put them on our phones, our laptops, our
Right,
microwave, anything that's electronic. I give these out all the time. And they create an energetic field around the device or the person's home, right?
that's right,
So
that's
for
right.
those that are watching that are new to Smarty and Holotech, go to the website and look around. Go to the free pay, the free hollows, and they're in alphabetical order for the most part. I think the newer ones are just put in at the bottom, but you can go into the free hollows and print off the pertinent hollow that will help your health issue or your mental emotional issue, and you can put that under your, laminate it or whatever, or put it on your phone, put it near your drink, and then you'll have those healing frequencies when you drink. Your body is, mostly water, so it will
Right.
resonate with the cells in your body and uplift the energy in your body.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
right. And you heard what she said. It's free.
Yeah, 3.99. And so
Free.
I bought these transitional glasses, and
Oh,
I wear them sometimes like sunglasses, or I wear them around the house. So they're healing for your eyes. I
right.
like the jewelry because, I wear my necklace like 23 to 24 hours a day. Um, so I wear mine all the time. I do have the bracelets that I don't wear as much all the, because I wear this, and it's like getting dressed. This is part of me now, right?
Right. Right. Right.
Um, So we have coasters. We
Yeah,
have.
they're
Good.
yeah, they're designed to empower you. It's not something that's permanent, but it's always good to have around.
Yeah.
Um, the more and more you take in and absorb all the frequencies, the more and more powerful you become because it helps you evolve. Without you, some people don't even notice until after the words where a problem that they were having for a very long time just magically went away.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's thousands, no, there's millions of frequencies in that charm alone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like she said, I constantly upgrade them. Those of you guys that are energy sensitive can feel the pendant heat up. Did you feel the heat up the other night when I was doing the
I had
live?
it on my coaster, so I wasn't touching it at the time because I was like chugging water. Yeah. But I do. I
Yeah,
will
and
feel it heat up, and I can feel the energy shift. Yeah.
right. And the weight loss coaster was upgraded too.
Yeah.
Every time I have new, every time I have new upgrades for a specific item, I'll send the energies remotely. It's the same way
Yeah.
a cell phone company sends out the frequencies or the updates on your cell phone.
Yeah.
You have to hit the button on your cell phone so that your cell phone gets the new upgrades, right?
Right.
Well, with me, once we send the signal out, it's automatic,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
just start, when I do my live or I put out an update,
Right.
that's when people realizes that they've been upgraded.
Right.
And it's worldwide. It doesn't matter where the pendant's at. It don't even matter if the pendant's on the other side of the universe. When I send the signal out, boom, instantly all of them,
Right.
because source, God, creator is involved. He knows where they all at. All I gotta say is, Daddy, hit them all, or just think about it and it's done. That's it.
Right.
That's how close I am to the source, to
Right.
God, to creator, to whatever you want to call it. There's there's a lot of people that are saying that I can't do what I can do and blah blah blah, but there's evidence of it all day.
Right. And I
So
know
I don't.
you get testimonials all the time, and of course there a lot of people just text them to you or whatever, or they put them on Facebook. They're not like writing them up so you can put them on your website. But um like I use your fuel chip. I use all of your products, and I just bought the pet
Right.
charm. So for those that have dogs or cats or whatever, if they wear a collar, you can put it on their collar and they have the same healing frequencies, but you can also put it in their bed. If they're like, cranky like a cat, you can put it where they usually sit. And they'll
There's
suck.
also a free, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a free pet hologram that you can print out and put it underneath their bowl. So there's many ways to get
Yeah.
the healing,
Yeah.
whether it's free for y'all or whether you guys want to support me. It doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, I'm doing this from the
Right.
bottom of my heart, and it's what Source wants me to do.
Right.
I'm just built to do this. Period. Sometimes I hear people that I'd be like, I don't even want to touch them. They're assholes, whatever you want to call it, right? But I have to heal them because that's my mission. I won't feel right if I don't.
Well, the right thing is always
I'm
the
just
right
built
thing,
for it.
even when it sucks, right?
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
But
for those
I
that,
mean, the products. Yeah,
yeah,
the products you told me about you wanted me to talk about the products.
yeah.
So the products. Just this morning, I created a whole new product line, and they're called the Rainbow Blossom line. Um, we have new source generators, new gas chips, new a new frequency fertilizer. We have new forgot what the other one was, but we got a bunch of new stuff coming out, and it's going to be all rainbow colored.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. Cool. Well,
So yeah, I just
so some of
go
the
ahead, go
products,
ahead, go ahead.
the fuel gen, like you can put the gas chips in your the metal, cap thing to your gas tank or whatever. You've got the electric box one. I don't know what it's called, like where you'll
Yeah,
basically
that one's the source generator.
source generator.
What that does, what that does, it acts as a solar panel without all the expensive BS that goes with it.
Yeah.
You put it on your breaker box,
Yep.
close the door, and it starts generating source energy to your home. The electric companies have been known to manipulate your bills
Totally.
after the fact,
Yep.
but it's only exposing them. So hang in there because they are being exposed and they are being dismantled.
Yeah.
You got my word on it, okay?
I have experienced that personally. I've had quite a few issues with that because I did use the source generator, and I also had the water one where you put it on your water main or whatever, and it clears the
Right.
water.
That's the one. That's another one. I did a brand new one of that,
Yep.
and I changed them so that they're easier. I literally made them all stickers now.
Cool.
So, and since the energies of the planet is raising, they're stronger. And then Daddy wanted me to call them a Rainbow Blossom series.
Right.
So I do what I'm told. That's it.
I know the other night we were talking about, your website and all that, and it would behoove you to have a FAQ page on there on, like, basically a lot of people have creative ideas of how they use the hollows. And I was thinking about it. I would write that up for you if you like and put that out there because there's a lot of great ways people can use these that are easy and it costs them really nothing, So
Yeah. I mean that would be awesome. I would love to have something like that.
yeah.
I mean, I'm doing everything by myself.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Like where I'm at, I literally have no help around here because
Yeah.
people are just like zombies and shit, right? So it is what it is. Well, we do have people coming in the group, and one lady put all the new holograms inside of the Holotech chat and put a link to that. I don't even have enough time to put all the new holograms on the website. I haven't even checked the emails because I'm so busy. There's people out there that are dying, and my focus is on saving their asses.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, definitely. Well, are there any other things you want to talk about with your products? Like you've got an extensive list of hollows out on your website. So pretty much like, you just go and look it up alphabetically, print it, download it to your cell phone, put the hollow near the water or whatever that you're drinking for a few seconds or a minute, and then drink. And that's the easiest and quickest and freest way to get the healing energy into your body. And of course, the joke is,
I always focus on like I always promote the free stuff. The difference between the free stuff and the actual products. For instance, your pendant and the new pendants.
yeah,
They have all the frequencies in one spot.
yeah,
There's 200 plus holograms out there that I created, and I'm still constantly making them. But this has millions of frequencies. So whatever you don't see on the website, that's where the products come in. And like I said, if I had more time, I would make more free stuff.
yeah.
It's just I'm just so busy doing other things.
It's all good.
Plus, you guys are supporting me by purchasing my stuff. So
Of course. And you know what? You've only, I guess, got so much time in the day, although I guess you can time travel in reverse time. So, but
won't be the first time.
Yeah, we want you to get that important work done, that prioritization done, and get things cracking. So
Well,
what?
I mean,
Go ahead.
yeah, I look at it like this: the people that we save now could be somebody very powerful that will save somebody or do wonderful things in the future. So,
Right.
And not only that, even the people that we talk to, you never know when you're entertaining an angel or a galactic. So, y'all need to
Try to be nice.
but we be purposely sending people out to see who to see what's what, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, You know, the main thing right now is for the healing and for everybody to share the free stuff.
Right.
I don't, even though, I just get it out. Just get it out, especially the virus killer,
Right.
virus neutralizer, cancellation, whatever you want to call it. The coronavirus hologram, bioweapon hologram, get it out, save it, share it, all that, because it works. And not only does it clear your body, but it clears your environment. When you open it up on your phone, it broadcasts a field that literally kills the virus all around you. You got we just had Trump on the news talking about light killing the corona. Well, that's what I'm teaching everybody, okay?
Right.
Because light is a frequency too. Everything around us is frequency. So when we hit the body with the frequencies to kill out the virus is gone. Not only is the virus gone, but whatever else was there is gone too. Because we're using light with frequencies. Boom, taking it all out.
Right.
Wild stuff, wild stuff. People think this is bull BS or whatever, but it's very real. And the movies told y'all about all this stuff, but you didn't believe that it was real because you think it's just a movie.
Right.
They told y'all.
So Star Wars was
negative
not.
force.
Yeah.
Right. And the negative forces had to put the truth out there to y'all. They just didn't say it was actually true.
Right.
So, they've been doing a lot of things to expose themselves, but they didn't say this is actually true.
Right.
It's kind of like a universal thing where they had to tell you, but not tell you. You understand?
Yeah. So basically,
So-
Star Wars, all of that technology exists. All of that's real. It's really happening, and we just think it's entertainment. And
That's true. Well,
that movie, it was Jupiter Ascending. I don't know if you saw that, but like that, I won't say it's the best quality movie on planet Earth, but that movie is telling you what's happening, right?
well, the little energy containers is the adrenochrome.
Yeah. And they were drinking that to become young again and to live thousands of
Exactly.
years and retain power. Now they don't
Exactly.
think they think of Earth like they think of us. I forgot about in that movie how they called us, but basically the humans are like cattle to them. Like we're their food source.
Energy. Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Exactly
what
what's happening.
is happening.
Yeah.
Exactly what's happening now. Now, the thing about it all is that they thought they can live forever without daddy, without source. And they also think that they have to do what they're doing to live forever. Meanwhile, all you have to do is turn to source, turn to daddy, and you will live forever. That's it.
So let's say, okay, we're watching this video and we want a closer connection with Daddy, but we don't know how to go about it. Can we just talk up to the ceiling and like have a one-way conversation and it does get heard and that's the way to start? Would you agree with
Yes.
that? Yeah.
Yes. You don't have to look up. Sometimes I look to the side. Sometimes I look this way.
Yeah.
Daddy is always in the right, like literally right here.
Yeah.
You can see it as a ball of light, golden white light, and you just start talking to it. Request that it's daddy, like source. Just keep talking to it, and then let daddy validate. Because once you allow him to validate, and
Right.
once it starts coming in clearer and clearer and clearer, you'll have no doubt no more. You say, daddy, show me signs. Source, I say daddy. You say, daddy, show me signs. Guess what? You're going to see signs. That's how you start. Just
Right.
ask and request to connect with the higher source. Just connect, ask for signs, talk to him. Even if you don't believe he's talking to you back, talk to him anyway, because he's going to talk to you back regardless. You just have to know the difference. Focus on the difference. Once you connect with the ball of light right there, it's over.
And he wants us to communicate directly with him. Is that correct?
I always say that. You know that I always say that in all my lives.
Yeah.
Connect with Daddy.
Right.
You don't have to take my word for it. Go talk to Source, because I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all the truth, and Source will validate it.
Right.
If you have any doubts in me, go talk to Source, because he's gonna be like, "That's my son."
Right.
You don't have to listen to him, but he is definitely real. That is my son, and everything he says is true. Besides the bullshit.
So in many of your Facebook groups, you teach people to use muscle testing and or a pendulum to test whether something is true or not until their intuitive abilities and their confidence is built up.
Kick in.
Yeah.
That's right. Boom.
And,
Once your abilities kick in,
yeah.
then you'll be like, holy shit. Then you'll want to do more.
Yeah.
Then you'll see why I don't charge to teach people what I do and what I know. Okay. I don't see myself charging somebody to become a Jedi, only because if you become a Jedi because your love and your straight up, because your love wants to help, wants to assist.
Because your heart is pure.
If you want to, exactly. And since your heart is pure and you want to help, that's when it becomes automatic and it's even more validation. Because if you want to try to take my technique and do harm with it, wah, 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 it ain't happening.
I think the sound effects are bam. So basically, I would invite a new person that's watching this video to test for themselves whether and it also what we're finding is it's also the way you ask the questions. So you have to design the questions so it's a yes or no question, and sometimes you have to do it in a different way to go around to get your answer. But I'd say test to see if Smarty is real, valid, if he's here to help humanity, if he's malevolent or benevolent. I mean, if he has a heart that is open and full of love, and is he here for the people, or is he here for his own self and his own power and glory, which you basically have none. But you know what I mean? Like, test that and see what your feel is. Do the products work? Should I get a certain product or download a holo? And go and start practicing to develop your own intuitive skills and your own confidence, and then you can do more things.
That's true. That's true. You can, like, I think you was there. I'm not sure if you was there at the time where where they had the kamikaze,
Yeah,
at her expo, they had a bunch of kamikaze comic people on the other side, and one gentleman came up, and I was talking and talking and talking and talking. This guy pulls out a pendulum, turns to the side, axes his pendulum, turns around and says, "I'll take one of those." and I sensed the whole thing the whole time, and I says, "You was to me, wasn't you?" He says, "You know it, and that shit is real. Let me get one of those." That was funny.
Like
I encourage everybody to check.
Yeah, I've tested it. Yeah. That everybody test it. If I didn't believe in it, I mean, would I wear a necklace? No, hell no. I don't have time to put on a necklace. Right. But now I don't leave home without it, right?
Right, and there's some people that don't even wear jewelry. They don't never wear jewelry ever in their life. Once they came in contact with my stuff and they see that this is real, they're like, "Ooh, can I have a red one? You have them in red?"
Isn't it funny?
Yeah. So people are just changing everything when it comes to me. I just change everything. It's all love and light.
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of people are attracted. You have a great personality. Like you're fun and you're light and you're fluffy and people don't really understand, but they gravitate toward you. And I've seen it happen live and in person. And you're just yourself. You're not putting on airs. You're not trying to be anyone that you're not. And you're trying to help them. You're genuinely trying to help them. So for those that are new, test whether that's true or not for you. and maybe start looking into the Holotech products or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's a very good way to even find out which charm is best for you.
Yeah.
Like if you already used muscle testing and pendulums and using your higher guides, go ahead and muscle test. Use your charm, pendulum, whatever, and find out everything you need to know. And you know you'll get the answers.
Yeah.
Because actually, I'm not the one controlling your pendulum. I
Right.
don't even know where you're at.
Yeah.
So I mean, I had people from all around the world contact me, test me. Some of them were just trying to troll me, and when they found out it was legit, I never got a call back. So it is what it is.
Talk about that guy from Russia. Like, I think he was at the last expo. He had a little gadget, and I wasn't able
Sergio,
to play. But talk about what he was there to do.
yeah, Sergio. Sergio came all the way from Russia, and he came with all types of different equipment and all that, and he was testing my stuff. He knows it works. He bought the products right there on the spot. The last time he came with one of these machines that literally you hold the machine with your hands on these metal plates, and you put your foot on these other metal plates, and then you wrap this thing around your head. What this machine does, it tells you everything that's wrong with the body. Okay, everything. It reads everything that's wrong with the body. So he brought that machine, and while he was testing my cousin and my daughter, after the test was done, we would see everything that was wrong with the person, my cousin and my daughter, and I would just fix everything. Then
And
they
then,
retest, and you
yeah.
see that he retests it, and then you see that it was everything changed. Some of it was a little off depending on what it was, but it all changed.
Right.
My daughter, when she had the machine on, it also reads the auric field. When she put it on, there was literally nothing wrong with her, and her energy field was like a rainbow. Hello, her name is Genesis, by the way. You know what I'm
Yeah. So he basically
saying?
came all the way over to meet you and do this little test. Now, I also we've tested the EMF protection stickers, and I know you have your own version of this
Right,
empowered light version. But basically, we were given these
right,
stickers, and you've put anti-cancer and anti-EMF protection, blah blah blah, in them, and we had like
that's
a,
right.
I don't know what you call it, a radiation tester, or it would beep.
Yeah, EMF, right,
Yeah. So we
right.
would go up to,
EMF, yeah.
yeah, we'd go up to somebody that
Go
didn't
ahead.
have him on his phone. We'd try it with the phone, and then we'd stick it on the phone and we'd try it again. And of course, we were doing it wrong initially. We didn't know how to use the machine. But once we got with the program, we had video of how it works. It creates the energetic protection field. So it
Yeah,
worked.
we even had trolls coming up to my booth,
Yep.
and I would just be like, yeah, da, 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 and then they would just be like, okay, have a nice day. We even had people coming up to the booth trying to cast spells on me,
Yep.
and I'm like, you do realize that's not gonna work, right? And then they're like, walk away,
Yeah.
because I'll tell you straight up, listen, I know what you're trying to do. I can read your mind. You better get out of here before I fold your ass.
Yep.
I was hit with energy weapons and all that my first event over there,
Yeah.
and nothing happened to me. Okay, I sensed it all, I absorbed it all, sent it packing, and that was it. Um, one time, I literally was getting repaired in my hotel room when I was sleeping. My
Yeah.
cousin was on my cousin was on the next bed on the other side of me, and he couldn't sleep because all the energy that
Yeah.
was all around me
Yeah.
that was cleaning up my field and all that stuff. So the war is very real, and like I said, we've already won. We're walking into our new reality now.
right?
Wild stuff. Wild stuff.
Well,
So
so for those of you, you know, like there is a spiritual war. There's a war for planet Earth going on right now that, you know, for those that don't know it. And usually there's certain places that I'll go for information, and it's not called the TV. So any news channel that's on the TV is already been controlled, and you've got
right.
control. YouTube even now, I hate to say it, Facebook, Twitter, all of those are being controlled. They're censoring information. So if you put in anti-vax memes or whatever, they'll take those videos or those memes right down. So that should tell you something.
Yeah, they're calling it fact check now.
Yeah, yeah.
Fact
In
check.
fact,
Fact
the other
check.
day
What?
I went
Huh?
on Facebook and every single one of your things had a little blocker over it and it said fact check, and it wouldn't let me look at it. Every single one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all exposing themselves. Daddy says it's all in the process. I do want to take Facebook and turn it into Galactic Book. Um, the media, we're gonna acquire, or whatever that word is. We're going to take the media. Uh, right, we're going to take it. We're going to either buy it, or Daddy wants me to purchase it. So
Yeah.
whoever
Yeah.
is on the other, whatever. So
Well,
everything's about to change.
I know
Oh,
right
it's
now
changing.
we're used to social media, and of course, there's only a jillion different things you can do. I'd love to see one that was honest and true and didn't have just, it wasn't there for just advertising. It was really a way for people to connect with specific interests. And maybe there'd be a tab for advertising over there, but it's not always in your face, and it's not the whole goal. And of course, hopefully someday we'll all be telepathic and we'll connect anyways, and we won't need um, a third party system to do that, you know. But right
Right.
now, people need to connect with others in some
It's
way.
happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's
Yeah.
happening. It's definitely happening. We're there's a lot of things happening, but Daddy told me years ago that in order for me to get what I want, which is abundance for everybody and having our cousins and family members throughout the universe come and assist, everything has to be exposed.
Yeah.
And it's happening. I
Yeah.
mean, 3 or 4 or 5 months ago, nobody really talked about the children. Nobody talked about all this stuff that's happening right now. Okay, there's thousands of kids being saved. There's thousands of investigations happening. There's thousands of flights going from here to Guantanamo. There's thousands of executions happening. There's a lot of stuff that's happening that they're not fully telling people about.
Right.
It's frustrating, I understand, but it's still happening. No matter how it looks, it's definitely happening. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, as long as
There's
it's
a whole lot of light.
that's the main thing. But I wasn't understanding, like, okay, you've got these Hollywood people that are under house arrest. Why are they being allowed to use their cellular devices to take video of themselves talking in code? Like, what's the deal there? Like,
It's them exposing themselves, and it's not even them. It's, remember, it's the clones playing stuff out.
I know, I know.
So I mean,
That's why I wanted
there's a
to talk.
lot, there's a lot,
Clones
lot
are
of stuff happening.
fascinating to me, and I know that they've been used for so many things. And in this case, they're like placeholders for the play, right? And I wanted people to really realize that they're out there and they're being used, and some of them are malfunctioning, like the Sleepy Joe. And I know there's a purpose for it. I don't really see right now, but as long as the bad guys are being
Right,
rounded up,
right.
that's the main thing.
Well, I've been telling everybody the truth from the beginning.
Yeah.
People still think Tom Hanks is alive. He's been executed. He's dead. He's gone. They still think he's alive, and he's not. A lot of these individuals have already had lethal injections, firing squad, whatever the case is. They're done. They're dead. And even before that, we had a lot of advanced stuff going on where we were popping in portals, snatching them up, and taking off with them, putting
Right.
them in Guantanamo, putting
Right.
them on ships,
Right.
depending on what Daddy wanted us to do. Okay,
Right.
you have benevolent, you have a massive benevolent crews on the other side of the portals and in our atmosphere, and we are literally hovering all around planet Earth, and we are teleporting in and out from the ships, whether we're consciously aware of it or not, doesn't matter because it's still happening.
Right.
A lot of us are doing it in our dream state because all it is an energy, it's a consciousness transfer to our other vessels, and
Right.
we're doing things all around the world.
So,
Me myself, I multiplied myself so that I can be different places at once. I'm the king of this shit.
I am loving that. Multiplying yourselves to get the job done faster. I like that. So,
I did it. There's 100 of me, and I wanted to do more, but I wasn't allowed.
okay. I like that idea a lot. Would you say that some of us have bodies that are like in these spaceships or whatever, and then we're sleeping and
Yes.
our consciousness goes up and does whatever we got to do there, and then we come back here, and that's sometimes why we will wake up with a bruise or a cut, or tired.
Yes.
We're doing work up there. The other day,
Don't remember. Yeah, that's why.
The other day I woke up with a cut. It was like I'd been hit in the mouth. Like I'm sleeping. I had a cut lip. It was like a fat lip, and inside my mouth too. And I'm like, what the hell? I was just laying my head on a pillow. I did nothing, you know.
Right.
So evidently I did do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this has been happening for a very long time. Back in the samurai days, you had these two samurais. They were the leaders of their own groups, and what they would do is they would all be. You have different groups lining up across the field. Then you would have the two individuals come in the center of the field, right? And this is still happening now. You have these two individuals coming in the center of the groups. They would leave their bodies and fight in the ethers. That's why you see a lot of the old time paintings where warriors fighting in the skies, because they're literally telling y'all about all this. They say it was angels and demons fighting in the skies, which was just a lot of us. Once whoever wins in the ethers, like if I was to kill the guy over here in the ethers, chop his head off, do whatever it takes, his body down here will just collapse because he was killed up there. Once his body collapsed down here, war is over. Everybody on that side of the field now becomes part of our team. Because obviously this man just killed this man and didn't even touch him.
Has the most
Do you
power.
understand?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing right now to all of these.
Yeah,
balls.
and I know we're talking about fighting and stuff, and you know, really what we really want is love and light, but you know, we can't hide our head in the sand anymore. Like I've got friends I want
That's what you guys do. That's what y'all do. Love and light.
Yeah.
The fighting is us.
Yeah. Well,
we are built to do this. You guys focus on love and light. That's why I tell everybody. There's individuals in the group that want to do galactic work and want to fight with us. No, that's not your calling. You need to hear the people. You need to hear the people and listen to what we're telling you, because we are the ones taking all the hits and fighting the battle because we were designed to.
Right.
So yes, you guys focus on love and light. What I say is not for everybody. I'll destroy beings left and right and still be loving, because I'm built to do it. You understand? So people judge me just by the way when I talk about that. How can he be love and light if he's talking about destroying this and destroying that? Easy, because I am, and I was built to do it. And since Daddy's source is my corrector, guess what? You're finished. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yeah. Well, we need an ass kicker. We need to get the bad guys like out of here, and you know, we really just don't want them here, but we want them not to do what they're doing anywhere, right? And
Facts.
so
Facts.
you are the spearhead for that project. You're project ass kicker, and you're getting them off planet
Yeah.
Earth, then the galaxy, then the universe.
Well, yes, and they have a choice also, because when I pop up on you, you either have a choice right there and then to serve the light, or you just literally evaporate, get sent to source. Source then forms you into a ball, right? Forms you into a rock, and then puts you on a place where he created called Pebble Valley. This is very real. This is not this is not bullshit. This is real. People are ending up in Pebble Valley thinking this whole thing was bullshit. And
Yeah.
it's sad because it's happening, and it hurts Daddy. It hurts Source because he created everybody.
Well, the
I
problem
don't give a shit.
then they're taken out of the evolutionary cycle, right? They're just sitting there doing nothing while us guys get to fool around, you know.
For a very long time. For a very long time. I wouldn't say it's permanent, but for a very long time.
Yeah.
Until Daddy decides, whatever he decides. But that's what's happening. Everybody with muscle testing abilities, you can confirm that Pebble Valley is very real. When I hit the being, it's the same thing that they did to the World Trade Center, how they made top layers disappear. That's what happens. It doesn't matter if you're human, reptilian, no matter what it is. When I hit you, you literally become dust particles. You get sent to source. You get formed into a rock, and then you get put in Pebble Valley. That's really what's taking place. Whether people believe it or not, that's irrelevant. You need to know what I'm saying to be fact anyway. So, hey, I'm here to tell y'all the truth, save the planet, kick ass, and talk shit while I do it.
Well, I'm very grateful for your service. And I'm so glad that I get to, I've gotten to meet you in person. And like, I think that's helped me understand and believe who you are. And I talk about you to everybody. So, if they're open, a lot of people aren't, but I want people to know, and that's partially why we're doing this video, who you are and what your goal and what your mission is. You're here to help us. You're not here to take fame, glory, whatever the control is, whatever that stuff is. That's the old regime. The new regime is love.
That's gonna happen anyway. That's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah. We're all gonna
Fame
have,
and glory, that's automatic.
yeah.
But I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be famous for actually doing something. You understand? I'm gonna be the most famous person in the universe for actually doing something. And it's gonna be validated. No matter how much shit I talk, no matter how much people don't believe, it is going to be validated. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, I will have all that without even trying, because Daddy already said it. He said, do what you got to do, and everything else will fall into place. I said, got that? I got you, Daddy. Let's go.
Right.
Who wants it?
Right. Well, I mean, I have a list.
I'm here to empower you and all that.
I have like a list of maybe a billion more questions, but I think we've hit on a lot, because we know that we've been controlled. We've been mostly mind controlled, and the worst thing is we learn something, and then of course we teach it to our kids. It's all incorrect, or we keep people in line by peer pressure. Like, look what's happening now with this virus. Like, the people that wear the masks are looking out the window like they're not wearing a mask. It's peer pressure, and we're making sure that everyone conforms to what the party line is, and we've been
not knowing the whole time while you're wearing a mask, you're inhaling your own toxic. It's like putting your head inside of a bag while you're farting.
Oh no. Yeah, not recommended. So really,
That's messed up.
What we want is education of the people. Like, we want the people to be more open-minded. You can't force anyone, but to present the information. And like, I talk to a lot of people. I'm a talker, and so when I meet somebody, I like dip a little little bit of my toe into the water, and if the wall doesn't go down, I might dip another little bit, and then if they're interested, I can go full force. But I want to see how how receptive they are to what I'm saying, and then
Right.
that's what we want is we want people to be open-minded and really research for themselves. We don't want them to be blind sheeple. We don't want followers. We want people out there that are open-minded, and then that they see what's happening. The world is upside down right now. The, some of the stuff we
Right.
do doesn't even make sense, and we just take it for granted and we comply. I'm not doing that anymore. So
That's right. That's right. That's right.
want a world and a society that is
I
there
don't. I don't. I
for
don't.
everyone.
Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of people calling their followers followers. In my group, we're family, because I know for a fact that Source is all of our fathers, and He created all of us. So what's that make us?
Yeah, yeah.
It makes us family.
I think though that someone that's been watching you for a while, which I have, and I am skeptical of everybody and everything, but I see the love, the true love you have for people and what you're trying to do. I know you have not had an easy life. And I think what the benefit of that is because you've had to struggle yourself. You now have compassion for the average person, family. You know what people are going through. You weren't born rich, wealthy. You didn't have anything handed to you. You're not going to take things for granted. And now you know the struggle that people are going through and how they're feeling. And that makes you much more effective. And you're giving,
Exactly. I mean,
yeah,
that Daddy's plan is awesome. I mean, look at me.
yeah.
I'm not what everybody expected.
You are a
And I
stealth. You're in stealth.
right. I'm I'm not what they expected, right? And
Yeah,
I'm suffering with everybody. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I mean,
I
I'm in
do.
the basement.
Yeah,
I'm in the basement.
yeah.
So
And I mean,
it's wild.
we're
Wow.
we're the lucky ones, really. When you think of it, like you have everything you need. You're eating. You're safe. Blah 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 blah. There's people out there that are suffering so much more than we are. Like even in America. But when you think of the third world countries, we've got billionaires out there that have they ever donated like food to these people, or like I know you sent the hollows over to Africa. Like didn't you send some seeds? You had charged the
Right.
seed with a growth frequency, and you sent it to an
Yep.
orphanage or something out in Africa,
Yep.
and so that they could grow their own food. I mean,
That's right.
can these billionaires help the people? No, because they don't want to. There
That's that.
doesn't
That's that.
starvation
That's
here.
that. That's yeah. That's that draconian shit that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Everybody want to be the king and just hoard everything. Okay.
yeah,
Well, I got news for all y'all. There's a new sheriff in town. Okay, and
yeah.
y'all finished. That's it. That's
I
it.
I welcome that because I was lucky enough. I went to Egypt about a year and a half ago, and I
Remember?
saw the suffering these people are going through. Like, of course, the tourist industry there is like zero, and that's what they've been living on. They're desperate, and just think of it this way: they don't have dirt there. They don't have water, and they don't have dirt. They cannot even grow their own food. What? It's crazy.
Right.
Those people
Right.
need help.
That is crazy.
It's
That
crazy.
is crazy, and that's why we need. That's why we're changing things, because
Yeah.
we can especially with my holograms, and even the new ones that I just ordered new forest fertilizer ones.
Yeah.
We can literally take those holograms, build a nice little area, and grow food in dirt,
Yeah.
because it's all a frequency.
Yeah.
Do you understand? This,
Yeah.
we're changing. I'm changing everything, and I'm just waiting for the right time to fully do what I need to do. Do what
Yeah.
we all need to do. This is
Looking
why
forward to
there's
that.
thousands and thousands, right?
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of humanitarians are ready, and we're all coming together. And there are some that are talking shit that need to be pushed aside. Not gonna name names, but y'all know who they are. So-called contactees that are lying to the people. They're finished. All of them. All of them. Don't believe nothing they're saying. Use your pendulums. You can just listen. They're all exposing themselves.
Yeah.
They're all finished too.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, those of us that have been chosen by source, no other ET forces, none of that. It may be ET forces that are also chosen by source, but the majority of the ones haven't made themselves present or known to me anyway. There are a lot of individuals that are having them making themselves known, but whatever the case is, everything is going to change, and we
Yeah.
have the frequencies and technology to do it. We're
Yep.
just waiting for the right time. I mean,
Right.
for instance, I asked Daddy about, having Trump and them tell people about the free holograms, tell people about my hologram. Daddy said not yet. That tells me that it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't say no.
Yeah.
And he didn't say no or he didn't say yes. He says not yet. That tells me it's going to happen. I asked him about opening, having the crew members come in right now. Let's take over all the stuff. He says not yet. Same deal. Tells me it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
It's going to happen.
frustrating
It's going to happen.
because we don't see the bigger picture. I mean, there's a very complex, literally multi-dimensional game happening now. And I wanted to ask you about the time travel devices. I know you said you snapped them all up, but is there a way they can be reactivated to undo the good that you've been doing?
No, that's all been neutralized. The last one that they thought we wasn't going to find was in the Vatican.
Yeah.
They had one in the Vatican, and once it was brought to light, we went in and destroyed it and took it out.
Okay.
We are on a permanent timeline, so no matter what you see happening, it's meant to happen.
Okay.
Whether it's people dying, whether it's things being exposed, whether it's they wanted to do a whole nother bioweapon, by the way,
I know.
and that before Daddy allowed that to happen, because you keep in mind that a lot of this stuff was allowed to happen because obviously it happened. You understand?
Yeah.
So a lot of it was allowed to happen so that it could wake people up, and it's
Right.
waking people up.
Right.
They wanted to do another bioweapon, and Daddy says, no, we're not having that. So he made me literally destroy it all, get rid of it. A couple nights ago, he also made me take out all the 5G networks, all their equipment, all that. So I popped in portals, snatched them all up, broke them all up, sent them packing.
Cool.
This is real. This is definitely happening.
Yeah.
The ships and everything that you see in the sky are 9 times out of 10 hours. You do have some rogue ships flying around, but that's only because they're allowed to for now.
Yep. Okay.
Eventually, they're all done. People like SpaceX and whatever forces that people believe is out there, they're
Yeah.
finished. They're done.
Yeah. Okay.
They're done. All of it's done. All of it's done. I mean, when you understand how frequencies and energy works and how you can destroy, dismantle, because everything is energy, you just do stuff.
Well, we want people to use this for their healing, their health, and all of that, and to help the animals, the earth, clean the water,
Right.
clean the air, and that sort of thing. So for an average person watching this video, what we would recommend is that they, muscle test or use a pendulum, test to see what their belief system is about you and what you're doing. Go to your website, check out the free products, pull them down onto their phone or print them, use them. And if they feel that they're beneficial, then maybe, purchase a charm or whatever. There's no obligation, but that just raises their vibration. It also puts a field in their house or wherever they are. and to raise the vibration, and then to pass, say, this video or the information along to those that are open. And you should never try to influence or force anyone. If they're not open to it, let them go, because you can't change their mind. And you don't want to change their mind. You want to just present information, and if they're open, then give them more.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. Here's what'll happen once you do download the energies, the frequencies,
Yeah.
no matter which one it is.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is you're going to start seeing your entire atmosphere, everything around you, your area change
Yeah.
for the good.
Yeah.
You're going to start seeing what you call miracles. You're going to start seeing people acting different. You're going to start seeing calmer things happen. You're going to start seeing better things happening, because now you have a positive power source
Yeah.
that's coming straight from source.
Yeah.
That's why we have video recordings of people downloading them and putting them under spouses and people's beds and underneath chairs, and things just changing, because the energy is without them even knowing, it's changing their vibration.
Right.
So that is positive energy, straight up, powerful stuff.
If you're energy sensitive, you will feel the energy, or some people can see whatever it is. You can see the aura change, whatever it might be.
Right.
And I mean, if you were able to take a photo of it and see the energy, that would prove to you. Like, the average person doesn't have the ability, so it's really using your senses. How does it feel? So I know that I put your products around my house. It feels calmer, it feels cleaner, more peaceful,
Right.
that sort of thing. And that's why I use it in everything I do.
Right. Yes, it's definitely powerful stuff. Definitely powerful stuff. It changes everything. I mean, you're literally having source presence, enhanced source presence, because Daddy's everywhere as it is. We just kicked it up a notch. That's all.
Right.
And the testimonies speak for themselves. There's millions of testimonies already.
Right.
It's wild. It's wild. I'm excited. I'm excited for our future.
I know I've been putting the hollows, like I put them in my, I have them all over the house. I put them in my fridge and in my food pantry, because I'm a food person, but I want the vibration of what I ingest to be as high and as clear as I can. I have a water filtration system. I've got the water cleaning one. I forget what that's called. And I've got actually I've got a bracelet taped to my water thing, and then I've got everything everywhere, because I want it to be really high vibe when I put it in my body, right? And
right.
And I also don't eat like the mainstream food. I'm a vegetarian. I eat I try to eat healthy food, and that's always subjective, because even if something is organically grown, they can still spray poison on it. So we just do the best we can do. And then once we're through all this,
right.
we'll have control.
That's one of the reasons why I made the new Super Blue. I had the original Super Blue, and Daddy told me to enhance it and make it more powerful, and then he told me to call it CPR, which stands for Supreme Blue, Create Physical Reality.
Yep.
So now if you download that one, or if you go to the website, you get the sticker ones, right?
Yep.
You get the sticker ones. You put these all around your house, and the energy field itself will help you create your reality on what you want to see happen. When your vibration is high, literally you're able to manifest faster.
Right.
This is what it's all about.
Right.
This is why I'm doing what I'm doing, teaching people.
Yeah, and that's why, like, watching these movies, like, everyone likes an action movie or whatever, but watching these killing movies with the gore splattering on the screen and all that, it's really not a positive thing, because it's toxic to your, it really is traumatic to your energetic field. It's not a good thing.
It lowers your vibration.
Yeah.
Lowers your vibration, right?
Yeah.
That's why we attacked it the way we did.
Yeah, I like that.
That's why we attacked. Yeah, that's why we changed the way we did. Now, here's the thing. source, God, creator, knows where all the monitors are at, the computers, the phones, TVs. Daddy knows where it's all at. Obviously, hello, right?
Yeah.
So if I say, Daddy, can we tag all of these devices and put an energetic field protecting the people while
Yeah.
they're watching it, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. As soon as he says, yeah, as soon as he says, yeah, and gives the okay, boom,
Boom.
that's it.
Yeah. I love
Done.
that. Yeah.
It's done.
All right.
It's done, 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 done. Anyway,
Now,
I gotta get going here.
yeah, I want to thank you for your time. Is there anything else we should talk about or tell people like that are starting out about you or your products at this point? I feel like
Um,
we're pretty good.
yeah, we covered a lot. I mean, we can do another one probably next weekend or something.
Yeah,
But right now, you know, get the free stuff, check it out, test it. Join the Holotech chat group on Facebook, where I send out commands and we watch validation and we heal. In the Facebook group, I do lives where we all come together and we start healing. We do healing requests, and the healings happen. Some happen instantaneously, some happen overnight. I mean,
right.
you witnessed it all.
Right.
We're doing all types of stuff to empower people, heal people, and get the word out. This is about humanity's evolution. So come join the group and let's
Yeah.
kick some ass.
Let's go kick ass. Well, thank you so much, Smarty.
All right.
I'm so grateful for your presence. Thank you.
I enjoy what I do, and you know me. We hung out, so I love to have fun.
Definitely. And I look forward to it in happier times and we'll accomplish much, hopefully.
Definitely.
Thanks so
Love
much.
all you guys. You all have a nice night.
All right. Take care, Smarty. Love you.
Love you too.